Coming up, our team did 7 Walt Disney World resorts in 7 nights, and in this segment, we take a look at Disney's Art of Animation Resort. Coming up next. The Dis Unplugged is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel, specializing in helping you plan the perfect Disney World, Disneyland, or Disney Cruise Line vacation. Visit them on the web at www.dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. Coming to you from the Bob Varley Studio in Orlando, Florida, I'm your host, Pete Werner, joined at the table this week by my good friends Craig Williams, Sean Thompson, Corey Martin, of course, in the production nook, our producer, Dustin West, along with half of Brian Varley, son of Bob Varley. There he is. Those of you who've been watching the show since we started going live know that we kicked off our live shows doing 7 Disney resorts in 7 nights. We call it our 7 in 7 coverage, and was really well received. And we did it again in April. And we decided this time to do it a little differently. Last time we did it where we talked about all 7 resorts in one show, and it was just too much information to pack into one show. So this time, we're doing one show for each resort. We're going to be talking about the Art of Animation, All-Star Music, Coronado Springs, Fort Wilderness, All-Star Sports, the Contemporary, and the Polynesian. And these are going to be broken up over the next several weeks as we are... Well, you're watching this now. You just got done watching us live in Hawaii. And we are obviously pre-recording this because clearly I'm not in Hawaii. But these 7 in 7s are a lot of fun. They're also a lot of work. And, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and play Craig's video, a little overview of our experience in the with the 7 in 7s. So let's go ahead and cut to that.
You sell mojitos? Oh, I'm not looking for a mojito. I'm looking for a mojito.
What's mojito?
A friend of mine told me, this resort has mojitos.
What do you do you know how they do that?
I'm not sure. Okay. I'll go look somewhere else.
That should work, right?
You guys sell mojitos? Yeah, mojitos?
We're doing blackberry or regular mint.
Oh, you have a blackberry mojito? Let me think about it.
Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat?
who we can wave to.
For the Indian Scout.
Okay, all right, well that's enough.
A friend of mine, Bob Barley, said that you guys serve mojitos.
Mojitos, yes.
Mojitos, not mojitos, mojitos.
Yeah, we could do that.
You could do a mojito?
Yeah.
Okay.
How does he make his?
I'm not sure, but when this place first opened, he said you guys serve mojitos. So
sounds like instead of-
I figured I'd have a drink in his name.
Just look at it.
Excellent, that'll work.
Man, I feel like a woman. We're done here.
That was great. Great job on that, Craig.
We have no fun.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that before. That was great. Great job on that. I love though. There's the piece where he and I are playing air hockey, and the clip he leaves in is the clip where he got a goal. I kicked his rear end.
I didn't notice that.
On
That's
air
funny.
hockey, but the one clip he leaves in, of course, is him getting a goal on me. That was like the only one he got.
I think I got like 3.
No, you really didn't. But
Yeah.
it's sad for you.
Yeah.
Old man beat you at air hockey. But like I said, we are going to focus on the Art of Animation Resort. Before we get into the details, Dustin has put together one of his overview videos of Art of Animation to familiarize you with it a little bit more. So we're going to cut to that, and we'll be right back. All right. Thank you for that, Dustin.
You're welcome.
Let's talk a little bit about Art of Animation. Art of Animation technically falls into the value resort category, and but if you look at the price point at most of the rooms, you would not think it was a value resort because these are all the majority of these rooms are family suites. They are not your standard value room. There are some in the Little Mermaid wing that are your typical all-star movie, all-star sports, value resort type rooms. The rest of them are all family suites themed around Finding Nemo, The Lion King, and Cars. And personally speaking, theming at this resort blows any of the other values out of the water.
It's amazing.
They got this so right on every level. With the theming, in particular with the theming. The rooms as well, these family suites are beautiful.
They really are.
They're quite spacious.
And they're convenient for a family. We stayed there with our 2 kids and Julie's sister, Taylor, and it was perfect. She had her own bathroom. We had our own bathroom. The kids had their own bed. She had the pull-out sofa. We had our own bedroom. It was perfect.
Yeah, very spacious. How comfortable were the beds?
Our bed was great. I didn't really test theirs, but I don't
think the kids care.
Yeah, exactly. But no complaints from Taylor from the pullout.
Now, rate-wise, what you're looking at Art of Animation for a standard room now, this is for in the Little Mermaid wing, which is a little bit removed, you're looking at a low of about $100 a night in off-season to a high of about $191 a night in peak holiday season. That is consistent. It's a little bit more expensive than what you get at any of the All-Star resorts or at Pop Century. But trust me, Art of Animation, there's no comparison, in my opinion. No comparison. Worth a few extra dollars.
I even think that the Little Mermaid rooms are a little bit bigger than what we saw at All-Star and Pop.
Really?
Yeah, we stayed in one in February, and it was really comfortable. There were 3 adults. So
okay,
it was nice.
Yeah, I haven't been in one. We didn't for the 7 and 7. We've done we did the family suite.
Yeah.
Now the family suite pricing, as you can imagine, a little bit more expensive than your standard room. Low of about $250 a night in off season. This would be like during January, to a high of $433 a night over the holiday season, Christmas, New Year's. So not inexpensive at all. But again, you are getting a room that will sleep 6 people and sleep them comfortably. So it's, plus you get a little kitchenette area. You've got a mini fridge. You've got a microwave, sink, 2 full bathrooms. And so they, and again, themed beautifully around each of the different segments of the resort. So we were in, for example, the Cars wing, which is done in a mock-up of the Cozy Cone Motel. There's a quiet pool out in front. The main pool is actually in the courtyard of the Finding Nemo section. But nice quiet pool. And the rooms beautifully themed around cars. And
a lot of car accessories, like the sheet metal on the dresser drawers and everything else.
Right. Well, a lot of the accessories in the room are like they look like. Forgive me, I'm gay. I don't know the proper terms. Like a tool chest.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you would see in like a garage.
I also love how retro everything is.
Yes.
It's really like 50s Route 66 kind of feeling.
A lot of that influence brought in, especially when you look at the beds, the bedroom, with the nightstands, the lamps, even down to the artwork in the room is very. The only thing that was missing was like the 5 dogs playing poker. But really comfortable, and the bathrooms surprisingly nice.
I'm shocked.
really are.
Yeah.
These were very, very nice, especially the one off the master bedroom.
It's got a walk-in shower.
And
Really
it's
nice
massive.
glass.
That shower is massive.
It is. Now, for those watching the video version of our show, you're seeing these pictures as we're talking about them. For those listening, you can go to our show notes page, disunplugged.com. With each one of these episodes, we are putting up a full photo gallery, videos, blog, you name it, all sorts of information. So we'll have links to all that on the show notes page, disunplugged.com. Each week as we put up more resorts, we'll have links to all that stuff so you can see the pictures that we're talking about. But
one of the things I like the most about these rooms, of course, it's spacious, but they have the way that the table converts into a bed. So when you're not sleeping,
brilliant.
It's perfect.
So yeah, you've got a table that will seat 4 people during the day. So if you want to eat or use your computer or whatever, it's a table, and then it converts into a bed. It converts into, which I guess that would be considered a double. That would be a double.
Our kids slept on that fine. Our only concern is that it's right by the door.
Right.
So we didn't close our bedroom door, but
I was also really surprised at how easy it was to convert. Like I thought there would be some kind of like
levers,
collapsing the table.
Like one finger,
Yeah.
lets you bring this bed down
Safely,
exactly. So again, I think this was the way they went about doing these rooms. I thought was brilliant. And again, you are paying a higher price point for the family suites, but even at those price points, which those price points challenge some of the deluxe resorts, you are getting 6 people in a room. And prior to Disney introducing the family suites, your option was either getting like a 1 or 2 bedroom room at like Old Key West or one of the DVC properties, or getting multiple hotel rooms. So if you think about it, the cost of 2 hotel rooms is about what this is going to be, depending on the time of year that you're traveling. One of the other things about Art of Animation that I am praying Disney copies, at least into all the other values, if not into all their other resorts, is the stunning job they did on the food court. This is not your traditional value food court. And the amount of fresh, tasty, really well-priced food, I don't think there is a food court on Disney property that can touch this.
I completely agree. The food is outstanding.
I mean, and we're talking about a food court here, and I'm not saying it's good for food court food. I'm saying it's good.
yeah, it's just good.
Like I'll even stop there to get food. Like
Right.
if I'm driving nearby.
especially for dinner, it changes up.
and you're eating on real plates with real silverware.
Yes.
It's not the plastic paper plates.
Well, it's all isn't that part of a conservation effort? Wasn't that why they did that?
Maybe. It would be good if they are.
I'm almost positive that was the reason. Was a conservation effort that, they're putting less trash out there by reusing plates and silverware.
Yeah. And then at the end, when you're done with your meal, there's like busing stations where you can bring them up. So I think a couple times, cast members will come over and take them for you, but I mean, it's easy enough. And
Right.
Yeah.
But you're talking about a really nice variety of foods. What were some of the things that we found?
Really kind of interesting things. So like, they have this whole, it's the food court set up in different booths. So you can go have different sections. So they have like a thing, make your own pasta. They have make your own salad. The thing I liked, they have like a Mongolian barbecue booth, or like a section, and you can get like tandoori chicken and fish, like really interesting things, like the side of like acorn squash, which is so weird. Like you would never find that anywhere else.
not in a food court.
Yeah, especially at Disney.
They were very accommodating. What I try to do for the 7 and 7, I'm not on a diet, but I'm on an eating program. I'm trying to eat healthier, avoid things like processed foods and just anything that's really refined. So I'm trying to stick with like whole wheat bread and pasta and stuff like that. They were really accommodating. If there was a sandwich on the menu that, everything else was fine, but I wanted whole wheat bread, they worked around it. They went and found whole wheat bread for me, and
we found this in every one of the places we ate, with one exception, and we will get to that story a little later on. But Corey was absolutely checking out how good are they with the dietary restrictions. Now, Disney's policy is if somebody says they have any kind of dietary restriction, does not have to be medical, a chef is going to come out and talk to you. That's the way it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely how it worked at Art of Animation.
It's good to know that, just because you're on vacation doesn't mean your diet has to go to crap. That you can actually find stuff in the food courts and piece it together yourself if you need to, and it worked out.
I had one of the best things I've ever tasted in my life at Art of Animation. They had it for dinner. I'm not sure if they had it for lunch, but it was the cheeseburger that has pastrami on it. It's on like the opposite spectrum of what the food you were just talking about, but it's the greatest invention known to man.
See, I must have had the complete opposite experience of everyone, because out of the 3 things I ate there, I only liked one of them.
Really?
So, yeah, I mean, I got just one of the bagel sandwiches in the morning. It was bland, had no taste. The only thing cool about it was that they made the eggs in a Mickey shape. So that was
Was it prepackaged, like pre-made, and you just picked it up off a counter?
It was,
Okay.
and I should have expected that, but I didn't want a nice big breakfast that early. It was our first day, so I wasn't really into it yet. For lunch, I had this surf and surf burger, which was like crab cake, and then some other type of seafood on top of it, and that was great. But then for dinner, I had like open face sirloin sandwich, and it was just all fat. So. Everyone else's food did look good.
Yeah, we had great experiences with the food.
I just made bad choices that day.
You did. You make bad choices all the time.
Womp womp.
Except coming to work for me.
No, best choice.
No, I should also point out that 2 of us, Corey and I, decided to be on the dining plan for the duration of the seven days that we were doing these resorts, whereas Shaun, Dustin, and Craig were not. And I can tell you where the quick service dining plan is concerned. If you're not going to eat a lot of food at lunch and dinner, don't bother. It's not worth it. I'm not exactly tiny, and I can put away food. It was too much. It was too much with the snacks, the desserts, the main course. It was too much food.
It seemed like every single day we were trying to consolidate receipts and say how many, because we knew we had credits left over from the day before.
Right.
And it's like, how many do we have? And we always had some left over, it seems.
Also, for me, and I realize this is not the case for most people, this is just personal, I find the dining plan far too stressful. Right. You know what? I don't want to. I really don't want to plan out.
You're the kind of guy that you want to eat what you want.
I just want to
just pay for it then,
right?
And don't worry about it.
And figuring out how many credits do I have? Oh wait, I need a snack. I think, especially if you're trying to watch what you're eating, which I am, there's almost a pressure with the dining plan to eat more than you want to because you feel like you have to in order to get your money's worth for the dining plan. So quick service, I'm being very specific here with quick service. If you're watching what you eat, if you're trying to diet, if you really don't want to put that much effort into it, I wouldn't recommend the quick service.
See, what I was doing for the, especially for lunch and dinner, it comes with a dessert. I'm not going to eat the brownie. So I elected to take a salad or the fresh vegetables instead. But still,
you have a lot of options with the dining plan.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give you that. There are a lot of options, and of course, the dining plans do come with the refillable coffee mug, in addition to, or the refillable soda coffee mug. In addition to that, with each meal, you get another drink. So that's not like your only drink option. So I was able to get, a vitamin water, along with, filling up my refillable mug with coffee or whatever for each meal.
Especially for someone who's like about to go into the parks, with your meal, use your refillable mug and then grab a vitamin water or a Coke to go, and something in a bottle. You can take it into the parks with you that day. So
right.
I thought, of course, we ended up carrying them around the resort, but I think that's having that extra drink option is great for people that are about to go into the parks for the day.
Just on the opposite of what you were saying, Pete, I think that if you aren't watching what you're eating, so if you're going on vacation and you're like excited to try all the Disney stuff, and you don't mind like really planning out, because you can really just go and get the most expensive things. So like I know there's a lot of snack credits that are upwards of like $5 sometimes. So if you're willing to do that, sometimes it is a good deal for you.
No, absolutely, absolutely. If you're willing to eat that much food, and if you're willing to put that kind of time in, which the vast majority of people who come to our site are that type of person. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it. I'm saying that for me, the way I like to vacation at Disney World,
it's different for everybody.
The quick service would not be a good option for me. Table service, a little bit different. We'll talk about that when we get to one of our table service restaurants.
I thought Sean's head was going to explode when I tried to use a snack credit on like $1.50 banana. He goes, if you use that on a $1.50 banana, I am going to post it everywhere. I'm like, what's wrong with using a snack? It's $1.50. Get something $5 or $4.
It's such a waste.
Yeah.
But I think that comes back because, I mean, when I would come on vacation, it would be fairly rare. Like I would only come like every 3 years or so. So when I came, I knew exactly what snacks I wanted because there are things that you miss when you're away. So if you really budget it and know exactly what you want, then I think it could be a good deal for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, there's no question. There's no question there is a way to get value out of it, but you have to use it all. And if you're not somebody that eats a lot of food or somebody who's trying not to eat a lot of food, I found an added pressure. I found an added pressure there to get dessert when I really didn't want it.
But I ate most of your desserts.
Well, that's what ended up happening is I ended up giving them to other people. Because it's like you got to get it, and then because there's that mentality. I've paid for this, and it's available to me. You want to get the most value out of.
And it's a little more difficult when you have to get a dessert with your quick service meal. So if you're just using a snack credit, that's a little easier because you can get something later. But when you order your quick service meal, you have to get the dessert then. So you either have to get something you're going to eat then, or get something that'll keep in like the fridge or a smaller thing that you can take with you. So it's a little bit more difficult for that.
But as I said, food court at Art of Animation. Just incredible. One thing I do want to mention, this is true of all the Disney resorts. The amount of activities they have at the pool for kids during the day is ridiculous. If you want to spend a day at the resort and you're worried that this is not going to be enough to keep your kids occupied, I don't care which resort you're at. I really don't. Every single one of them does this. There is constant, every day, usually depending on the resort, from about noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon till about 6 or 7 o'clock at night, there are all sorts of organized activities. Everything from a trivia game to bingo to...
And you'll see the cast members there by the pool. They're wearing the yellow and red shirts. They're the youth activities. And like you're saying, it's every single resort on all 14 7 and 7s that we've done so far.
Yeah.
I've seen them every single day. Because we have, I don't know if they're out on rainy days or if they bring something into the lobby.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that Art of Animation does that is unique to this resort is that you right off of the lobby, right off of the main lobby, there's a small room where each day an animator gives a drawing class, and it's free of charge. They actually even have they also do a thing every day where kids or adults can draw their favorite Disney character, submit it, bring it up to the front desk. And every day around 5 o'clock, they do who the drawing of the day is, and they have a whole ceremony. And they actually have paper and art supplies at the front desk for you that you can just go ask for, and they'll give it to you, and you can use that to draw. So some really neat additional options that are unique to Art of Animation.
This lobby has that wow factor.
I was gonna say
it
that.
does.
It's exactly what you want in a value resort lobby. Big, non-clutter, so all the people can just like fit in there without being in everyone's way.
And what really impressed me too, well organized. The check-in process very well organized. Now we used online check-in for all the stays, all the 7 resorts, and I can tell you, 4 out of the 7 there were problems with the new system, downloading the information, and after you do online check-in, in 4 cases, I had to give my credit card information again because they didn't have it. And sometimes we didn't find out that we didn't have it until after check-in, and we went to go do something, and we looked, and the Key to the World card was not valid for charging. So there's some drama with the online check-in and the new system that they're putting into place to support My Magic Plus. But I found at Art of Animation, very efficient. They've got people working the check-in, the line at the check-in desk, answering questions. Saw this at a number of resorts to see if they could, get people on their way without having to wait too long in line. What I thought was a really nice touch, and they did this the last time I was there too, was after check-in, the cast member comes out from behind the desk, gives you your documents, shakes your hand, says thank you for being here. It was just a really nice.
Wow. I was hoping you were going to end that with kissing on the cheek.
Yeah.
Did you kiss on the cheek?
Yes,
I do like that.
European kiss.
How they had that set up, similar to an airport where
Yes.
you check your bags. That there's this, there's a barrier there, but here there's not. They're not behind this desk, and it's you and me.
The only other place I've seen that done is at the Coach store. When they're done ringing you up, they come out, they bring your bag out from behind and hand it to you and shake your hand and thank you for your business.
I must have completely missed all that because I was constantly looking at everything on the walls.
It's it's beautiful. It's a beautiful lobby. It really is. It's not tacky. It's not.
And it's filled with concept artwork from the movies.
Some pretty
all the
cool
4
stuff
movies.
there.
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing is set up to mimic the animation process. So in the lobby, you have the sketch work, the rough draft, the rough idea. The gift shop is the ink and paint process, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yep.
And then
the food court.
Food court is the landscape of flavors.
So you see all the background artwork.
All the background artwork. And then, of course, the resort itself is the finished product. You have the Lion King. You have...
And you are a part of it.
And you're a part of it. So, really, really well done theming. I found the service... this is one of the things you always look for. We reviewed this, The Art of Animation, when it first opened last May. And gave it stellar marks on the rooms, check-in, services, food court, got stellar marks. You always wonder a year later how it's going to stack up, and I can tell you it's every bit as good now as it was when it opened.
It still feels brand new.
It feels brand new, but the energy there, one of the things that impressed me that I really enjoyed when we reviewed it last year was you felt the energy of the cast members. We're in a new resort, and you expect that to wear off. I didn't see it. These guys were absolutely every bit as energetic and friendly. I'm telling you, Disney got it right with this, and I hope they keep the standard up here. This is a great option. This is a great option if you have a larger party, or if you just want to stay at a really good value resort with a really, really good food court. Pop Century is located right behind Art of Animation. Don't bother, especially if you're going to eat. And I would see people coming over from from Pop Century to eat in the food court at Art of Animation because it's light years better.
And it really doesn't take that long to get back and forth between the two resorts from lobby to lobby. It's only like 15, 20 minutes.
And when we stayed there in February, we would always watch out for the bus lines between Pop and Art of Animation because sometimes it was better to hop on the opposite one depending on where you were staying. So if the line for Pop was shorter, get on that one and just walk across.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I don't know about anybody else. I gave it very, very high marks. Art of Animation, absolutely Disney at its best, especially in the value category. And it's someplace I would stay. It's a value resort that I would very gladly stay at, even in, a standard room.
I feel like more so than any of the other ones, it creates an encompassing atmosphere that you can get lost into, unlike just giant musical instruments or whatever at the like All Stars. You're really in that Nemo area, and you're really in that Lion King area, and you can get lost in there. And it's the theming is far and beyond any of the other values.
Agreed.
I know one of the questions that a lot of people ask: do the buses share with Pop Century? They do not.
They do not.
They're separate.
You have your own bus, and the walk from the Little Mermaid area to the bus area is not that far.
I think we tracked it at a quarter mile.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was
Which
pretty far.
really isn't that far.
Takes no time.
It took about 8 minutes. It took about 8 minutes to go from the bus stop to the Little Mermaid.
And you cross through the Lion King section too, whenever
Which is
you're going
really
there.
cool.
Yeah, it's distracting. Like as soon as you leave Little Mermaid, you get right into Lion King, so you don't even notice how far you're walking at all. I mean, you might after a long day in the parks, but just on a normal day, it's not a bad thing.
And you will find themed merchandise here.
Oh yeah, a lot of it.
Yes, there is. Yep, there's resort-specific merchandise. Usually it's only the deluxes right now that have it, or DVC properties, but Art of Animation does have some of its own merchandise. And I'll tell you, the Nike golf shirts with Art of Animation are it's one of my favorite shirts. It's so comfortable to wear.
Yeah, you wear that all the time.
It's really comfortable. It breathes really well. So
I think the coolest thing that they sell is the shower curtains, just like the one that's in your bathroom.
Which I have in my bathroom, Finding Nemo shower curtain, which is really cool. Yeah. They've got some great stuff. It's a great resort experience. You cannot go wrong with Art of Animation. So go stay there. I said so.
I think we're all in agreement on that.
Yeah.
All right, well, that will do it for our Art of Animation coverage. We'll be back with you again next time with more information on our 7 resorts in 7 nights. Thanks for being with us. Take care, and remember, open your mind, explore the world.